Peace, y'all. It's your boy Zulu King Street Fame, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We got a lot of things going on, man. Right now I'm spinning through the city, man. You know I had to get something to eat. And I want to got me a Philly cheesesteak, man. I need a Philly cheesesteak. Well, I've been thinking about Philly cheesesteak since yesterday. But I've been seeing a lot of things about these UFOs, man. I want to talk to you about some UFOs real quick. About some of these UFOs. I'm going to talk to you about a few things. But everybody talking about, oh, there's UFOs in the water. And how fake it is. How fake it is. I bet you stay hot. So I've been watching like all these online videos where it shows UFOs and coming out the water, and everybody says AI, and everybody says fake, and they probably are. You know what I mean? And today's day, AI. I had a homeboy send me I had a homeboy send me something. Shout out to my boy. Oh, just sent me some shit with some AI shit. So he's like, yeah, I got it on my IG. It responds to everybody that messages me. So he's like, yeah, the AI kind of studies your habits and responds as it's you. You know what I'm saying? It responds like you would respond. So he's like, yeah, you should get it. Whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit. I don't want none AI, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, don't ever send me no shit like that, bro. I don't want none of that shit. So, in the world of AI, yeah, a lot of them videos might be fake, you know what I mean? But one thing I know, I read a book called The Dark Moon. In that book, they interviewed Neil Armstrong. For y'all don't know who Neil Armstrong is, my younger viewers, if you don't know who Neil Armstrong is, Neil Armstrong was the first man to go on the moon, allegedly. So, in this book called The Dark Moon, I read it. I was in confinement. I was in prison. I was in Taylor CI. Yeah, I was in Taylor CI confinement. And I got my hand on this book. It has to do with the theory of the moon, of us traveling to the moon. They interviewed Neil Armstrong, right? This is the first man on the moon. And this man said in the book that he never went to the moon. You heard? He said it was all a lie. He said, excuse me, America was trying to beat Russia in a space race. Who gets to the moon first? So he said America was lying. He said if you pay attention to the flag or the picture planted on the moon, the flag is waving. There's no wind in space. There's no oxygen up there. So he was like, that's fake. All that was set up like in a studio thing. So I was like, damn. And I always thought it was fake. Excuse me. But to hear the first person that allegedly walked on the moon, astronaut with the United States, say that he never did. That gives you the answer. So I say that to say this because aliens always been associated with space, right? They always say the aliens was in space. So, have you ever read the book Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper? I got a picture of the book. I don't know if I should post it, if I'll post it up on here. I got a picture of the book. Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. When you read that book, it has a whole bunch of different chapters. One of the chapters has to deal with UFOs and Area 51. William Cooper, when he was releasing his book, they tried to kill him. He ended up in a wheelchair. Eventually, he ended up getting killed. But he ended up dying, you know. I think before the book got out, I'm not sure. But the book is out. And in that book, you know, he stated, because he was in the Navy, and he was Navy intelligence. He said they seen that when he was in college, he was part of a fraternity. And when you're part of a fraternity, that is a secret society. You know what I'm saying? He said most of them that's part of fraternities, they all got like the jobs, and you know what I'm saying, they all help each other out with the jobs and all this, but he's like, it's like a secret society. So he was part of a secret society in college, which he was saying is what y'all call a fraternity. So when he was in the Navy, they seen that he was part of the fraternity. They made him top rank Navy intelligence. So he said on the submarines, all the billionaires, the top billionaires that run this world, will have meetings on their submarines, and they will have to secure the submarine. You know what I'm saying? They will like make sure everything was cool, everything was alright, and these people were safe. But he said it was most powerful people in the world that controlled everything that's going on in the world would meet on Navy ships, and they would have secret meetings there. And they couldn't talk about it, which is why it was important that he was part of a fraternity, why they put him in position, because he knew what it would take to be part of a secret society. And he wouldn't say nothing. But he ends up being a whistleblower, and he wrote this book exposing everything. And in this book, he said he was in a ship, and while he was on the ship, on the Navy ship, he had binoculars and he was a lookout. You know, they're riding on whatever in the ocean, and they're on top of this I don't know what it was, a ship. It was a Navy ship. I don't think it was a submarine. But he was on top. He would say he was looking through some binoculars, and he's looking through the ocean, right? And while he's looking through the ocean, he sees a UFO come out the water, shoot, and stay there right by the ship, and then shot up to the clouds. So he looks around and nobody else seen it, and he didn't want to seem crazy, and he didn't say nothing. So what he did was he told a couple other guys, hey man, I thought I seen some ship over there. Y'all grab the binoculars and see if you can help me find it. So they grabbed the binoculars and they're looking now. They all three of them is looking, 3 or 4 of them, excuse me, looking towards the ocean, because he told them he thought he seen something, and he wanted them to help him find it. while they're looking, the UFO comes back, stays level on top of the water again, and then drops into the water. Boom. And then comes back out the water, does it again, and goes back down. Now they all seen it. And they're looking at each other in disbelief. So he goes to the higher authorities with his information, with his, people. Since he's the head one in charge, he's the face of it. He goes up there, and they asked him what he seen. So he began to tell them what he seen, and they cursed him out. In the book, he says they were screaming at the top of their lungs, and they cursed him out. And then they asked him again, "What did you see?" And he caught on, and he said, "I didn't see nothing." And he said, "Exactly." And they told him to leave. So he could have never spoke about it. They told him that he could never speak about it, whatever. They made him sign some paperwork, I believe, saying that he couldn't talk about it and all that. Y'all should get the book. It talks about a lot of things going on today. This book was released in 1991, by the way. 1991. So if you was up on that type of shit back then, we all, what I'm saying, a lot of the hip-hop heads was on that, then you would already have been known this. So when they say the UFOs is fake in the water, I don't believe that, because I already read the book, Behold the Pale Horse, and it talks about the UFOs in the water. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Remember the Navy. The Navy, one of my heroes, Lolita Lebron, Puerto Rican nationalist revolutionary, went after she got out of prison for shooting up the White House in 1954 for the liberation of Puerto Rico. She went to Vieques, it's an island in Puerto Rico, and the Navy was testing bombs in the water. The Navy been doing that all over. They test nuclear weapons. I think the first time was like in 1940 something. They started testing nuclear bombs in the water. So you always see the Navy blowing up shit in the water, right? But yet, it's cool they can throw this nuclear shit in the water, but you can't throw a straw because it's toxic and it'll kill the animals. You have a sea turtle running around with a straw up his nose. You know what I'm saying? But we could drop bombs in this bitch. Right? Funny. But imagine they wasn't testing no bombs. Imagine they were trying to kill some aliens. You know what I mean? The ocean's so big, they don't know what's down there. How the hell UFO? This how high technology this was. This book was released in 91. I'm not sure the date of when he seen that UFO, but the UFO comes out the water and shoots in the sky. That means it could maneuver through the water like a submarine. I don't know how fast it goes on that, but it could go through the water, come out the water, and fly. We don't have no technology like that. We got something in the water, and you got something that's gonna fly. You don't got one that's gonna do both. The Bermuda Triangle. How many boats have disappeared through there? They can't figure out where they're going. Puerto Rican legendary baseball player Roberto Clemente, his plane disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle, never was found again. So as far as the portals and the water and all that and the aliens, I believe that that's true. There is UFOs in the water, because I don't think we made it to space. I live in Florida. I see rockets go up all the time. Morning, afternoon, night, you see them going up all the time. The rockets always go at an angle like this. They don't be never going straight up. If they do go straight up like that, they start curving at the end. They'll never go straight up out. They say there's water on top of us. That's why the sky is blue. There's water on top of us. It's fermented. It's what they say. If you believe in the Bible, if you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, it says we're fermented. So if you believe in the Bible and you're a Christian, you cannot believe NASA. because you're contradicting your belief. So if you believe everything the Bible tells you, and that's your faith and that's your religion, then the Bible says the earth is fermented. It has a glass dome over the top of it. So how do rockets go to space then? So you can't believe NASA because your belief is teaching you otherwise, and NASA's lying. You know what I'm saying? So I believe there's UFOs in the ocean. Y'all beat me up in the comments, man. Let me know what you think. Do you think there's UFOs in the ocean for real? Or do you think they're in the sky? Or do you think they don't exist at all? You know what I'm saying? But I know one thing though. In the pyramids in Egypt, they got pictures of UFO and hieroglyphics. $14,000 years ago. 14,000 years ago, in hieroglyphics in the pyramids, there's UFOs etched in. There's helicopters. How they had helicopters 14,000 years ago? So there's some stuff they're hiding from us. They ain't gonna tell us. Now they're trying to tell you a little bit here and there. Trying to expose the UFOs in the water, but they're trying to use it as a scare tactic, I think. But they might do a fake alien invasion using Project Blue Beam or whatever. But those of us that have been on this, we've been through there was UFOs in the water. You know what I mean? Y'all beat me up in the comments. Let me know what you think, man. I got a bunch of shit to do today, man. I gotta go pick up some stuff, man, and do a little Christmas shopping and ripping and running. So, you know, I had to grab me something to eat, and then I'm about to hit these stores up and hit up a couple things, man. You know what I mean? Hit the tire shop up, you know what I mean, for the truck and all that. So, yeah, man, y'all beat me up in the comments. Let me know what's your thoughts on these UFOs. You think aliens exist? Yes or no? It's your boy Zulu King, Street Flame 47. Y'all know what it is. We all gas, no brakes. If you ain't gonna be good, be safe. You heard?